What's up everybody, welcome to Money Management channel. My name is Andrei and today I'm gonna be doing an update on MMTLP and FINRA saga.
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gonna live it up.
And guys, for today's video I have several recent updates that might be very interesting and important for MMTLP community. First of all, I will show you some media actions that will happen probably within the next several days or weeks at most, and that will shed potentially more light to this story. On top of that, I will show you some actions from the litigation processes, and I will show you quite interesting activity in this field as well. And before we dive deep into all of these, guys, if you want to have the most up-to-date information about the market and its movements, and if you want to use my experience in your trades, you can take my offer. It is a Black Friday 50% discount offer with 100% money back guarantee. And the only thing that you have to do, subscribe to my YouTube channel and join my Patreon account with limited time offer, Black Friday 50% discount. And guys, you've seen many of my trade calls, all delivering strong returns in just hours. Now it's your turn to trade smarter. Join my Safe Haven Patreon tier, built for traders who want consistency, structure and real results. You will get a detailed plan to protect your portfolio, monthly one-on-one Zoom sessions with me and private Discord access with all trade alerts, lessons and exclusive updates. And here is the best part. If you don't earn more than your subscription price within 30 days, you will receive a full refund, no question asked, as long as your trading account balance is at least $2,500 and you've taken all the recommended trades during the period. No excuses, no fine print. You profit or you don't pay. Here are just a few of my trade results from the first half of October. But don't wait, this offer is available for a limited time only. Once the spots are filled, enrollment will close. Join today and let's start building your edge in the market. So, and let's begin with this tweet that was written by Charles Payne just several days ago. He wrote this basically, request is in, and he wrote it in response to Hunky and Punky tweet, which he wrote on November the 20th. And here is this tweet in details. He's an excellent politician. I'd love to see him go on TV with Charles Payne. And he responded to the tweet that was written by Van, and Van wrote the following. Representative Tim Burchett just torched Congress live. You don't see raw honesty like this in DC ever. This morning, Representative Tim Burchett unloaded on insider trading and corruption with the kind of fury that only comes from watching a system rot from inside. The highlights are scorching. DC isn't a swamp has purpose. DC is a sewer. Congress has been enriching itself on taxpayers' money. Everybody wants to attack Pelosi. She's not even in the top 10. This place is as crooked as a dog's leg. Let's give America a reason to trust Congress for once in our miserable lives. He ended the rant basically admitting that every American already knows the people writing the laws are also front-running them. They think it's normal. And here's the thing: if Burchett is this fired up publicly, imagine what he sees behind closed doors. For 65,000 plus households fighting for answers on MMTLP, this is exactly why transparency matters, exactly why hearings matter, exactly why congressional oversight matters. When a sitting congressman calls Congress a sewer, maybe we should listen. Godspeed, Representative Burchett. Please keep going. America needs people willing to say the quiet part of our loud. And guys, potentially it will be another interview that will happen on Charles Payne channel. And this interview will again
brings more attention to MMTLP story, and that potentially might lead to the resolution one way or another. And guys, I told you multiple times that the more attention we have to this problem, the sooner we will solve this problem. And guys, please share this information to as many people as you can, because only in this case it will be much more it will be much easier for us to achieve this goal. On top of that, let me remind you that Robb Carter, the person basically who is trying to help MMTLP community as well, and to be honest, his position is quite interesting. He doesn't want to, in my opinion, he doesn't want to share the light on both sides of the story, but he definitely tries to attract more attention to this problem, and definitely, as I mentioned, more attention to the story leads to sooner potential resolution. And he wrote this on November 23rd. Who is next? Need to keep the story moving. Give me suggestions for the next interview. And he tagged MMTLP Army. And here is a lot of answers who should be invited to his podcast. And yes, I think it might be very interesting, but at the same time, you can see this quite interesting statement that was made by MMTLP History Channel. It says, can you interview this guy about his kill squad? He's obsessed with media and wants a buyout for MMTLP. And guys, I see a lot of actions that is surrounding MMTLP story and MMTLP community, and some people inside the community are not the most polite people, and they want they ask for blood, and definitely it is not the path to the resolution, but it will definitely damage our community, and it will not bring more credibility to this story. That is why, guys, please, if you see this type of actions from any people who are pretending or who are actual MMTLP community members, please try to mitigate this opinion, these statements, because in general we should rely only on the path that will stay in line with the current laws. And if someone from MMTLP community will make something illegal, in this case the entire community will have a lot of problems with any type of solutions. And that is why, guys, please be cautious to these people. So, let me show you more interesting news. Wait a second, here it is. Keycap wrote this tweet 11 hours ago, and Junk Saver reposted it. Update on November 23rd, 2025. Kelly versus FINRA. FINRA just filed a Sunday proposed order plus extension after Kelly's latest brief. Assign his arguments hit enough pressure points that FINRA's scrambling to control timing and narrative. Judge is engaged, case is alive, and SRO immunity is official on the hot seat. FINRA filed a stipulation and proposed order to extend time. Reply expected between November 28th and December the 5th. And here is the update. Here is the screenshot of this document. You can see that it was written by FINRA. It is a request that the court should extend the time for FINRA to file its reply. And let me show you, wait a second, I believe that we have some comments from William Kelly himself, from CPO. Wait a second, it is not here. Yes, here it is. And in response to this tweet that was written by Keycap, S1 Nova wrote, both parties want the extension, and CPOX wrote, a courtesy. So, I have to admit that I don't know a lot in the process of legal actions and how all things should go. But I know for sure that it is a very lengthy procedure that should take place in order to achieve just any results. That is why, guys, this type of actions, this type of letters back and forth might definitely be interesting, but it is very long, it is very time consuming, to be honest. And yes, we have to be patient, and let me show you this letter in details that was written by William Kelly himself. And here's, wait a second, here's the conclusion. Plaintiff, means William Kelly, respectfully requests that the court 1. Grant judicial notice of Exhibit A, December the 8th of 2022 corporate action notice. 2. Deny judicial notice of the truth of the factual assertions in Exhibit B, next breach press release, particularly the statement that the spin-off was successfully completed, because that assertion is disputed and not subject to judicial notice under Rule 201B. And 3. Deny judicial notice of unspecified various FINO rules and other publicly available filings in its entirety. So, well, I have to admit that we have to see the judge's decision in this case, and this decision will not, first of all, guys, will not be the final decision. It will just accept or deny this document, and I think this type of updates are very important. And if you want to know more about the most recent updates in this particular case, you can find all the dockets that are published on courtlistener.com website. And here's the case number. You can Google it and you will find all the documents. Some of them are free to download, some of them you have to buy for just additional fees. And let me show you another quite interesting information. Curtis reposted several tweets, and I have to admit that, as I mentioned previously, and I mentioned it multiple times, that MMTLP saga is a very shady story with a lot of people who potentially were paid who were paid in order to take action in this story. And one person who has this type of potential payments that are not disclosed publicly, but some people already found them, is Professor James J. Angel. He was and he is a Georgetown professor. Let me quote this tweet from Kristen Shaughnessy. She wrote, "What exact SEC cases of investigation was Georgetown professor James J. Angel paid $730,000 in taxpayers' money in February 2025 to serve as expert witness for?" Here is the receipt that was given us by Chris G. And here is the screenshot. Let me quote you further. "Angel has been a very vocal critic of proposals that would make financial markets more transparent, like getting rid of payment for order flow, lowering excess fees, shortening settlement cycles, and other changes market makers oppose." The MMTLP community alleges Angel's 2023 closed-door briefing to congressional staff derailed their push for a congressional hearing on the U3 halt. Chris G. is a veteran who serves our country, wants answers. It has been 3 years since his investment was locked up. Here's the receipt, just a final page of the contract out of 8. Thousands more sit in the cloud, dating back to 1991. Test me, test us. We've been tested, we deliver. We will all we ask, set the congressional hearing for MMTLP and serve the justice warranted. Rewrite the narrative fed to you by those who never stood with the people. I've served, I still do. And here is the screenshot of this last page of the contract, where he was paid, wait a second, here is the number, $207,205,000, and the second amount is to $525,500. So quite huge numbers for just some for some weird actions that he made in order to potentially stonewall the efforts of MMTLP community. It is just an assumption, but we have to investigate this part as well. So I think that's all information that I want to provide you. If you like my video, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel with notification bell, and see you guys and girls next time. Bye!
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gone live it up on the attack. Baby, I'm bad.